You're posting 3 times a week using training audio, and your videos still get 200 views while your competitor with the worst product has millions of followers. That sound familiar? Or maybe you're the business owner who films one talking head video, gets discouraged when it flops, and decides your business is too boring for social media. Or here's my favorite one, is you spend hours on a perfectly edited video explaining your service, and the only comments you get are from bots and your mom. I've worked with 34 different industries at my company, Media Scaling, everyone from HVAC companies to 8-figure and up high-ticket coaches, and every single one thought their business was the exception, the one that couldn't go viral. They were all wrong. We've generated over 6 billion views for these boring businesses, and I'm about to show you exactly what separates the companies getting 200 views from the ones getting 20 million. The difference has nothing to do with how interesting your industry is, and it has everything to do with these 5 principles that nobody's teaching you. So let's go through the mistakes that kill your content before it even starts. And let me guess what you're doing right now with your content. You're talking about your business like you're reading your website's about page, listing features and benefits that nobody asked for. Maybe you film in your office with terrible lighting saying, "Hey guys, welcome back to my channel," like you're trying to bore people to death. Maybe you post educational content that sounds like a Wikipedia article, thinking people want a masterclass when they're scrolling on the toilet, and use hashtags like #business-owner, #entrepreneur, #success, thinking the algorithm cares about your generic hashtags, and that's going to be the key to going viral. Maybe you create one piece of content, and when it doesn't immediately go viral, you convince yourself social media doesn't work for your industry. Or maybe you're copying what Gary Vee did in 2020 because you watched one video about content strategy. Or you think going viral means dancing and pointing at a screen, so you either do cringy trends or avoid video altogether. And when you do this, here's what's actually happening when you post. People scroll past your video in 0.3 seconds because nothing about it pattern interrupts their endless doom scrolling. The algorithm sees people aren't watching past 3 seconds and literally stops showing your content to anyone. And even when someone does watch, they don't remember your business 5 minutes later because you never gave them a reason to care. You're essentially talking to an empty room and wondering why nobody's buying. So let me show you what actually works. Principle number 1 is problems first. Every business owner wants to talk about their solution, and that's exactly why nobody's watching your content, is because people don't care about your 10 years of experience until they know you understand their specific problem. The most viral content for service businesses starts with the exact problem their customer is experiencing right now. Think, your water bill just doubled and you have no idea why, versus, "Hi, I'm Bob from Bob's Plumbing, and I want to talk to you about pipe maintenance." See, when you lead with the problem, viewers immediately think that's exactly what I'm dealing with, and they have to keep watching. So here's some examples on how different industries can nail this. HVAC companies don't talk about AC units, they talk about why your bedroom is 10 degrees hotter than your living room. Accountants don't explain tax codes, they explain why you're overpaying thousands every year. Fitness coaches don't just demo exercises, they explain why you're working out 5 days a week but still look the same. Real estate agents don't just tour houses, they explain why your dream home keeps getting snatched by cash offers. And there's psychology behind why this works. It's because your brain is literally wired to pay attention to problems because problems equal survival threats. When someone articulates your exact problem, your brain releases dopamine because it thinks a solution is coming, and problem-first content creates an open loop that people have to close by watching the entire video. You become the mind reader who gets it instead of just another business trying to sell something. Principle number 2 is boring business advantage. Everyone thinks that being in a boring industry is a disadvantage, and it's actually your number 1 competitive edge if you know how to use it. When you're in a boring industry, you have less competition for attention because most people give up or never start in the first place, and the bar is so low that doing anything remotely interesting makes you look like a marketing genius. And people are starved for good content in these industries, so when you deliver, they become obsessed. So let's give examples of what makes some boring businesses go viral. Septic tank companies showing what they find in people's systems, insurance brokers explaining how most people are getting ripped off by their current policy, tax attorneys revealing weird tax laws that save normal people money, industrial supply companies showing satisfying clips of machines cutting things. And why boring businesses actually perform better is because there's built-in curiosity, because people think, wait, this business is on social media, and you're solving real problems that people have, not manufacturer problems like which protein powder tastes better. The trust factor is higher because you're clearly not trying to be an influencer, and when boring boring businesses show personality, it's unexpected and memorable. So here's the formula we use and that we recommend is that you take the most mundane part of your business and find the story that nobody knows about. Show behind the scenes content that seems normal to you, but fascinating to outsiders. Answer the questions customers are too embarrassed to ask in person, and reveal industry secrets that your competitors would never share publicly. Principle number 3 is your hooks. If you're not getting views, your hooks suck. And I don't care how good the rest of your video is, if your hooks suck, nobody will ever see it. We write 3 different hooks for every single video our clients post because the hook alone determines whether you get 5,000 views or 5 million views. The same exact video with a different hook can have a 1000x difference in performance. And most business owners spend 2 hours filming and then 2 seconds thinking about their hook. So here's hooks that actually work for businesses. First example, the number one reason your specific problem is actually your fault. See, brutal honesty beats corporate speak. Second, I've worked with 1,000 homeowners and they all make the same mistake. This framework intertwines specificity plus authority. Third, your competitor knows this and you don't. This framework uses competitive pressure that drives action. Fourth, this will be illegal in 6 months. This creates urgency that's actually real. Fifth, why I fired my biggest client last week. Story hooks like this reel people in. And then on the other end, here are hooks that guarantee nobody watches. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel when nobody cares about your channel. Or today I want to talk about, and you've already lost them if you start this. Or as a business owner myself, congratulations, so is everyone else. Or I'm first name, last name, like I'm Logan Forsyth, nobody cares, they don't know who you are. Or starting by saying in this video when you need to stop telling them what you're going to tell them in that format. So the testing framework we use looks like this. We write 3 completely different hooks, not just variations of the same idea, and test 1 pattern interrupt, 1 authority statement, and 1 problem agitation as an example. Then you post them across sub-accounts to see what performs best. Sub-accounts are additional accounts that you can create across platforms that are still branded to you and allow you to experiment with a lot more content and post significantly more content. And we'll get into that in more detail, but record at least 3 hooks per video, split test posting them across platforms, and then the winner out of those frameworks becomes your template for the next batch of content, and you can use that framework more ongoing. This is a huge edge of how you can win on socials today. Now, principle number 4 is the distribution. Every platform is now a discovery platform, meaning every post gets shown to new people who don't follow you. And the more you post, the more lottery tickets you have on going viral, but posting the same video 50 times doesn't work, and that's where the sub-account strategy comes into play. So how the sub-account strategy actually works is you create multiple accounts to break past visibility ceilings. Visibility ceilings are artificial limits on how many any single account can optimally post. Given all posts have guaranteed non-follower reach that's targeted based on interest and demographics, the game has become whoever posts the most amount of effective content on social media wins. What I would call maximum content distribution. And the only way to break through these invisibility ceilings are to create more sub-accounts across platforms that are still branded to you and funnel back all traffic to your main socials and offers. So what sub-accounts actually do for your business is again, break through the visibility ceilings to maximize your posting volume, allowing you to post thousands of times per month when your competitors post a couple times per week. They multiply your reach without multiplying your filming time. They allow you to test what resonates with lots of different posting types without risking your main brand, and you can split test all hooks in your content. They create multiple entry points by different customer segments, and they build authority faster by dominating multiple content niches. And why nobody else does this is because most businesses don't even know this is possible. They think managing multiple accounts is complicated when it's actually systematic when you work with a team like ours, and more about this later. They're worried about saturating the market when the internet is literally infinite and nobody else is posting as much as they should and could. They think this is spammy when in reality, the businesses who are doing this are running circles around them in growth, and they're playing checkers while smart businesses are playing chess. Principle number 5 is conversions. Going viral means nothing if you can't convert views into revenue, and most businesses have no bridge between content and sales. You need micro commitments before macro conversions, and nobody goes from watching a 30-second video to buying your $10,000 service, but they will go from watching a video to a free resource to an email list to a consultation to then purchasing your high-ticket service. You can also maximize your conversions by retargeting all organic post reach with ads, which typically always drive high ROI campaigns and does not take a lot of money or skill to set up. Every social media platform has a business manager. You can add your accounts into the business manager, and then it's very straightforward and simple to create what they call custom audiences to retarget all the reach that you create through your organic content with conversion-driven ads. And you almost almost always see high ROI on those campaigns, and you don't have to spend a lot. This is literally free money just sitting on the table that so few businesses actually tap into. And so here's the progression process that actually converts: is videos can showcase specific problem and T solutions. And then in the comments section, you have pinned comments or in your captions with the free resource. The free resource requires email, but delivers massive value. That's extremely important. And then you have email and retargeting sequences that build trust over the next 7 to 14 days. You include soft pitches for free consultations or entry-level products, and then the consultation converts to the high ticket sell. So what conversion tactics actually work today? Well, first, DM automations that send free high value resources when people comment specific words on your post or DM you a specific word is still what converts best out of every single option out there of taking organic content to leads that turn into sales. You should also have your link in bio that goes to a value first landing page geared for conversions and not just your homepage, having email campaigns that reference specific videos they've watched, and then starting your sales calls with, "I saw you downloaded our guide on X, Y, and Z," or reference specific content that they watched as well. And then what kills conversions is sending people to your corporate website that looks like it's from 2003, having no clear next step after someone watches your video, asking for the sale in the video instead of providing value first, using generic lead magnets that have nothing to do with your content or don't provide high levels of real value, or waiting 3 days to follow up with leads when competitors respond in 3 minutes. So here's what's actually happening in the market right now while you're overthinking your content strategy. Is your competitor just posted their 47th video this week while you're still planning your first one. They're getting all the customers who should be yours because they showed up when you didn't. Every day you wait on this, they're building more authority and trust in the market, and the algorithm is learning they're the expert while you don't even exist in the database. But here's the good news, is that most of your competitors are just as clueless as you were 10 minutes ago. The bar is still incredibly low in most industries, and one viral video can change your entire business overnight. Consistent content creates an unstoppable moat for you, and what separates the winners from everyone else is winners test everything and then let the data decide what works. They don't care about looking stupid if it drives revenue, and they understand perfect is the enemy of profitable. They know that one good video pays for 100 bad ones, and they treat content like an investment, not an expense. So if you run a business doing over 3 million per year and you want to learn step by step how we implement this process for brands and guarantee anywhere between 1 million to 100 million views in the first 90 days, check out our free case study training linked in the description below. On that page, you'll learn exactly how this works, what it includes, if you're a fit, and then you can apply to receive your custom guarantee anywhere between 1 million to 100 million views in 90 days, or we work for free. You absolutely can try to do this on your own with all the tips I laid out in this video, but it will cost you way more in time and energy than it will to just hand it off to the experts. Also, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already and share this with another business owner who needs to see it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.